Have you ever thought about selling your home and you really don't know where to start? You want to increase its potential value, but you don't know which projects will actually make that happen. So, in this video, I wanted to go over three companies that specialize in this. They really help out sellers in figuring out what projects are most important. They can make these improvements to the home and they could upfront the cost to make these improvements. Why I think these companies are really cool is because one, they this is what they specialize in. And two, you don't have to worry about finding contractors for specific items or fixes or repairs. Three, it's absolutely free for you to just figure it out with them. They'll walk you through the process. And four is because they work with realtors like myself, and we collaborate and make sure all the projects are done. It makes everything so much more seamless. The process is much faster, and you get more reliable results. So the three companies I want to go over actually have some printouts in my hand. Here is going to be Curbio. Is going to be the first one. It's going to be the quickest one that we could talk about. Next is going to be Revive. Revive is awesome because they have the most awesome technology, which I'll go over. And then we're going to talk about Zoom Casa, which has multiple programs depending on your situation. Now, I have spent a long time trying to figure out what companies are out there and which ones have been performing and have resources that us as agents can look and we could call other agents that have used these programs to figure out if they have been working. So these are the three that I really thought that stood out. So there are other ones, and if you want to know more about the other companies that are out there, let me know and I'll provide them to you. But let's just go over these three to simplify things. Okay, now let's talk about Curbio. Curbio is going to have one program. You do need to realtor to use this program. You only could use Curbio if you're going to be selling your property. So with Curbio, they help you fix your property to a condition that is ready to sell. Then you sell your property and finally end up paying them. So they call it the fix first, sell for more, and pay later. And Curbio is a pre sale home renovation company that helps you make significantly more money on the sale of the home without the hassle of upfront costs working with a traditional home improvement company. Curbio will transform your property to a move in ready home that's ready for buyers. According to Curbio, they do a lot of renovations to make outdated properties look like new. They make it so it's a home is a lot more appealing, and you as a seller could avoid all the stress of your typical home improvement project. Curbio does this by having a assigned project manager to oversee the entire renovation, and the process of Curbio only takes weeks, not months. So if you're looking to sell your home in a quick period of time, Curbio has the tools and resources to do this in a very short period of time. From my interactions with Curbio, they do this by having the inventory in hand for the most troubling items to get. And what they do also is they try to use things that are currently in the home. So, like, let's say the kitchen, they don't completely take the kitchen apart if they don't have to. They would try to resurface items, maybe change the countertop and change the doors or whatever it may be to make the kitchen more appealing, but without breaking the bank. What you'll find most of these companies do is they have these contractors that work specifically for them. Now they're a separate contractor, but they have so much work for these contractors that they solely work on these jobs until they're done. That's one problem that I know that a lot of sellers have when they're trying to get their homes repaired and using contractors is that the contractors go through multiple jobs. But this one, they are required to work on a sole job until it's finished, and then they can move on to the next project. So let me share with you the experience I've had with Curbio. So in one property that needed quite a bit of work, Curbio actually sent out a camera person to do a Matterport scan. So this is a whole 3D scan of the property that needs to be worked on, and they had some designers look at the scan to figure out where are the best promising places to increase the home's value. They figured out that the kitchen could be opened up. There was some areas where it was a little bit dark, so um, wanted to add some lighting and small repairs that needed to be done in order to have the home listed for sale. Also, Curbio was going to help them out to get the home nice and tidy so buyers could walk through the property and feel like this is a home that's for sale, not a home that someone's living in. Um, I had another case with Curbio where I actually just took pictures and sent them out to Curbio, and they actually gave quotes on how much it would cost to remove all the items from the property. They're great with that. So my experience has just been very good. I've spoken to quite a few of the home improvement project managers, and every time I've had, it's just been a really good experience. So let's move on to the next one. Now let's move on to Revive. In order to understand the programs that Revive has to offer, I do need to share with you how they work first. So, with Revive, you or your agent uh, take pictures of your property, submit them to Revive, and in a matter of minutes through their AI tool, it'll scan your property, scan the pictures, and figure out what each part of your property, meaning the kitchen, the living room, the dining room, the exterior of your home, what how they compare to the neighboring homes that have originally sold, and they rate them. And based off of that rating, they have an overall value, and then they let you know what they expect your home to be worth at its current condition. And since they rate each part of the property, they also give you tips of where you should put some money into invest into increase the value of your home. It's really cool. Only takes a matter of minutes. And now let's get into the programs that they offer. So the programs that they offer is first they let you know what an investor can potentially buy this home for. And then they let you know if you sell the property as is in the current value of the home on the market. Now, this if you sell it in its current condition, keep in mind that it's going to take a little bit longer, just because most buyers right now are buying homes in a nicer condition, a home that's ready to move in, and it's going to make a difference. So and then they have a program where I call it a two check system. It's where you sell it twice. So you sell it as is to Revive. Revive makes renovations to the home on whatever you and Revive have approved. And once Revive completes the renovations, usually the renovations take anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks, depending on how big the renovations are. The home will go back on the market. They'll sell it again, and you would get a second check for the second sell. I think it's a really cool one. And there's the final one, which is gonna be sell turnkey. It's kind of like Curbio's. They'll renovate your home, and then you pay them at the end, and yeah, you get your property. So those are gonna be the programs. Now, what Revive also offers is if you just want to, they believe they call it renovate to stay. So if you have a property, or you're gonna be buying a property and moving into it, but you won't don't you want something renovated, they could do that. You don't need an agent for that. You could do that on your own. I do recommend going through an agent just so they could help guide you, as that way you have just another person looking through it. My experience with Revive has been very good. I've actually been to their headquarters out in Orange County 3 times, and every time I've just had a really great experience. The staff are very friendly and very happy. I met the CEO. I've spoken with him, and he is really looking to help improve the whole process with agents and just with sellers. He really cares about the programs. What I've been told is that they have certain contractors that they use constantly, and the way that their process works so fast is because these contractors have enough work just using them that they don't have to go off of on other projects. They just have enough work to keep them busy, and they know the timing. They also in staff, their staff is the ones who order the parts and organize what parts need to be done. So it's really a plug and play for the contractors. Contractors just have to do the work. They don't have to order anything or go off site. They just all the items are provided to the contractor on site. So they're just installing and repairing and replacing. So now let's finally go to Zoom Casa. Zoom Casa has multiple programs. The first program we're going to go over with Zoom Casa is going to be their pre-sale home prep, which is going to be very similar to what we've heard from Revive and Curbio. Is essentially you could get your home repaired to condition where it's ready to be move in for a buyer. They do the staging and provide all of that. You have to pay at close, meaning that you don't nothing comes out of your pocket once a home sells. They get paid. Really cool program. Let's move on to the next one, which is going to be buy before you sell. With buy before you sell is just how it sounds. You could buy a property with the equity in your current property, and then you sell your property. It's almost if you're similar with a bridge loan, something similar to that, but it's not that. What actually happens in this case is Zoom Casa purchases the property that you're interested in, and then you buy it from them after your home sells. It makes it easy for a seller to move instantly without worrying about all the logistics. I think it's cool. All right, so let's move on to the next program. So the next program from Zoom Casa we're going to be talking about is Zoom Forward. It's really similar to the program that we spoke about on Renovate Now, Pay at Closing, the pre-home sell prep. The cool thing about this one is that going to give you some funds in order for you to be able to live somewhere else while your home is being prepped and sold. So it gives you that extra comfort and mobility to be able to do what you need to do, and then find your next place to stay while your home is being sold. Yeah, it's really cool. So Zoocasa has this last program I'm going to talk about is called Cash Buyer Plus. With Cash Buyer Plus, if you're looking just to buy a home, you don't actually have to own a home, but what they do is they buy a home for you. So regardless if you own a home or not, they could buy a property for you with cash and then they could renovate the home or not. This makes you as a buyer, a cash buyer. Once they buy the home from you, then they could resell it to you. Of course, there's going to be a charge for it, but the the advantage of this is if you want to become an all cash buyer, and then also the advantage is if you want them to buy the property for you, renovate it, and then resell it to you. It's an all inclusive program. I think it's really cool and very useful in certain use case scenarios. So that is all the programs I'm going to talk about. They all have their unique advantages, and I believe that there's something here for everybody. If you want to learn more, if you want to go over any program in detail, please let me know. I'll be happy to help you in this. So, my name is Christian Butron. I'm a realtor and mortgage loan originator here in Los Angeles, California. I help clients in Los Angeles County and San Gabriel Valley and anybody else in Southern California, just let me know. I'm happy to help. I hope you have a great day. Take care.